All right, everybody's wanting to see some backing up. See how she does. She's all nervous. She don't like backing up. I usually take care of it. We're here in Ogden, Utah. I'll show you. Might be a little noisy, sorry. She's got to put it in spot 77. And she's got the tandems all the way back. So and she fucked it up already. Yeah, she don't like backing up. Not at all. There you go. She had to straighten that thing out a little bit. She did her cut wrong. But having the tandems all the way back, she has a good pivot point in the back. She doesn't have to worry about too much trailer swing, so she can easily put this in the hole. She's already got her wheels cut. She'll have to cut it a little bit harder though. She's a little bit out of practice. There you go. It's going. Well, a little bit more cut. I'm trying to stay in the shadow of the truck because the sun's all bright. I'm trying to stay in the shadow of the truck because the sun's all bright. She was going to hit that central trailer back there. These fucking idiots. You want to go around, dummy? Go ahead. Fucking Swift. What's the matter? Y'all nervous?
Yeah. I almost had it.
You just got to cut it a little bit harder. Remember, the tandems are all the way back. I mean, you got the pivot point back there. You know what I mean? You got to cut it a little sharper, a little longer. There you go. She's been driving a year already. She's probably backed up like 4 times. I shouldn't have enabled this behavior. There you go. All right, now she needs to straighten it out. There you go. When you got the tandems all the way back and you got plenty of space, that's the easiest way to back up. You don't have any trailer swing in the back. Oh, you could have made it. I need to start forcing her to do more backup, so. Too much. Straighten it out. What are you doing? She keeps looking at me. So nervous. See how she's overcorrecting, the wheels are turned all the way, stuff like that. Gonna do another little pull up here. And I'm just saying this stuff, I'm not criticizing her. I'm just, anybody that is wondering how to back up a trailer, usually when you get in with a truck this size, a lot of times minimal correction is needed in a situation like this. See how she's all jacked up all over the place, turning the wheel back and forth? Usually you don't need to do it that bad. She's pretty straight. Should be alright. She's going to do another pull up though, try to get it in the center of the spot a little bit better. Which is good. You know, you're not in school, there's no fail. The only fail you have out here is if you hit something. That's it. Take an hour to back that thing up, who cares? But as long as you put it in that hole correctly, you're good. Always remember that. There's no competition. It's not a contest. You just get it in the hole safely, do it correctly. See, there she goes, look at that. Now, you see the concrete strip along here, you gotta put the landing gears on that for weight. When you drop the landing gears on a loaded trailer, you gotta put them on the concrete. Perfect. Good job. You get a granola bar for that. Good job. And a slap on the ass. Go ahead and pop the thing. Now, if anybody wants to know how to unhook a trailer, let's do that. You want to film unhooking the trailer? You got 3 basic parts to your unhooking the trailer. As soon as you've parked it, you just double check that your landing gears are on the concrete. Some yards don't have them, you don't have to worry about it. You're parked good in the spot, all that stuff, so you're good to go. All your brakes are popped, yes. Right? So, you got 3 basic components to unhooking your trailer. And you can do them in the order. When you hook up to a trailer, you get out, you can hook up your airlines, get underneath, check that your 5th wheel's hooked up, and then you can roll up your landing gear. Start from front to back. That's how I do it. When I get out to unhook a trailer, I work back to front. Right? And then you can always double check your stuff afterwards too. But, here, you can watch. That way we don't have no noise. When you unhook a trailer, come back into the landing gear. Alright? If you ever hit rain or anything like that, if you got this thing tucked up underneath, a lot of times as you go down the road it kicks water and you get a pool of water inside of this thing. A lot of guys will come out here, take it like this, and just put it right in, and then they fling it. And all that water shoots out, and you get a big old piss spot right on your pants. Alright? That's disengaged. You got like a MIG. It's like the granny gear, you know, you gotta flip it 1,000 times. But usually when a trailer's loaded, so you gotta roll it down, you gotta roll it up a little bit, something like that. You gotta do that 1,000 times just to get it to go an inch. But then you push it in, that's engaged. Alright? And this way you get the 2-finger technique, right?
Right.
Some guys out there know what I'm talking about, the 2-finger technique, right? This one, we're out in warm weather. The grease in the landing gear is loose, you know, it's warmed up. So this one is when we picked this up in Virginia, I was cranking it like crazy, almost 2-handed cranking it because the grease was all stiff enough. So all you gotta do is wind this thing down. Now, as soon as you get it on the ground, I give it, as soon as the landing gear touches the ground, I usually give it like 1 extra little crank. And then, a lot of guys do this, and I don't know why. Disengage it, let it hang. A lot of guys will take it and tuck it back up underneath here while the gear is engaged. And what happens is, the yard jockeys, they end up dragging this thing around a little bit. This thing, it gets wedged up underneath here and you can't get it back out. For all the rookies, pull it out, disengage it, okay? Nothing. Let it hang, that's it, all right? You can get underneath a little bit. You can see the 5th wheel, all right? You gotta pull the pin. This one's pretty easy, okay? So your 5th wheel is disengaged now. Then, come right up here, disengage your airline. Your brakes are pulled, so you're not gonna get a big old blowout of air. A lot of guys, they might even leave their airlines hanging if they're going to go buzzing around. But sometimes, depending on what kind of airlines you got the long rubber hoses. They can get in between your catwalk. You even get caught up in your drive line. So you want to be careful of that. Always put them up properly. We'll get a shot afterwards.
All right.
All right. It's all hung up. So this is where, never be in a rush. We're here. You're dropping the load successfully. You're going to get paid, right? So always come back. Make sure your landing gears are down. You can even look over. Make sure your other one's down too. Sometimes with shitty trailers, that landing gear may not have dropped. You just look at this one, drive away, trailer's bong on the ground all of a sudden. So how do I know this? Because I've worked at a lot of shitty trucking companies that have a lot of shitty equipment and their landing gears don't work. So pulled your fifth wheel, right?
Right.
Got your airlines hung up, everything's cool. You can even check your reefer at this point. Make sure when you're leaving this trailer here, everything's done. I know it's already fueled up. Tandems are pulled, it's in the spot good, it's on the concrete, everything's done. So we're ready to pull out. It's on the concrete, everything's done. So we're ready to pull out. You like to pull out? All right. So I will watch you pull out.
240 what?
Oh, 243, wasn't it? 234. All right. So there's a 120. There's a 120, 206. Oh, that's it right here. This one right in front of us. That's the one we're getting.
243?
No. Yeah, 120206. The number on the trailer right there.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, we'll watch her go ahead and disengage from the trailer. She's going to drop the airbags. Might get a little noisy. But you can watch this thing come out here. Dropping the airbag. What she did right there, she stopped momentarily while the truck was still underneath the trailer, just in case something happened that the trailer dropped, it could still drop onto the frame of the truck and you could save the trailer, just in case. As soon as she pulled out though, you could see the trailer set down right and it was all good to go. So now she's going to hook up to this trailer over here and go watch that. All right, so she's gonna back up to this trailer. See, look at this, but it's an empty trailer. It's sitting on asphalt, not a big deal, but it should. That's the yard goat, the yard jockey. He didn't put it in the right spot. See, look at her, she's coming up to it. Her airbags are back up so she can get underneath the trailer good. Now, we're gonna see if she actually gets the fifth wheel flat. All right, I'll show you this real quick. You see how there's a little bit of gap in there. She could actually hook up to this, but at this point, you can see a little bit of gap in the fifth wheel. So what we would do, get my gloves out again. Just want to drop the landing gears down a little bit. Now you see this? That's exactly what I was talking about. That handle's up. If the landing gear under pressure at all, you would not even be able to get that. All right, there she goes. Boom. Just give it a tug. All right, that was good enough. So I'll show you how to hook the trailer back up. You can see it's an older trailer. It's a 2012. You can always tell by the numbers on it. When it says 12, that's 2012. So, all right. You gonna film me again? All right, so we gave it a tug, right? Now this is an older style landing gear. Actually pulling it out engages it. Pushing it in puts it it in granny gear.
Oh.
But if you got it right in the middle, it makes it loose. So this one you gotta fuck with it a little bit. Two-finger technique. You know what though? I didn't do my system. Fucked up.
Oh yeah?
Why you just start in the front and work back?
Oh.
Fucked up. Fucked up. Most of the time, you get about 30 cranks out of a landing gear to get it up or all the way down. Alright, so starting over here again. You hooked up, gave it a tug test. Usually at that point you get right out, work your first thing first. Blue line, so you already got them lined up too. The blue line always goes over here on the far side. So, boom, plug, all your electrics, red plug, get your primary air.
I already got the lights on and hazards on.
Okay, at this point, the tractor brakes are pulled. You want to push in the trailer brakes to engage air into the trailer. Listen for any leaks. You know, make sure you hear air going all the way through the system and stuff like that. Also make sure you have good connections up here. You don't have your air blowing out here too. But at this point, when you put air through the trailer, brake chambers, all that kind of stuff, or if there's a break in an air line back there or anything, that's where you'll hear it. Also you hear some hiss coming out back there. If it doesn't go away after a minute, like the air ride's filling up on the trailer and stuff, that's where you know you got a problem. So what I'll do, pushed in the trailer brakes. Now, for the reefer, turn it on. Make sure it starts at least. They want you to do a pre-trip on every one. So on this, starting up, well, I'll show you. Now you start working down your trailer. Go out by a tire thumper. I've had this old pry bar forever. I don't know why. I've always used it as a tire thumper. It's just an old piece of pipe. Come back, pump your tires. There's also a thing, make sure you get a good ping out of the tire. You hear that?
Yeah.
You know, like a tight drum. That's what you want. Check your reefer fuel. It's almost full. Skirts, look for damage on the side of the trailer, stuff like that. This is where you can get back here. And you can hear air pushing into the trailer. He's got the autofills on him, so even if you get kind of a thud out of the tire for a minute, you know, the air is engaging, they will fill up. Just want to make sure you don't hear any hardcore leaks. Now getting underneath, look at all the cross members, you know, make sure all the air lines under here and stuff are all good to go. You can check your brake pads, brake chambers, everything like that. Right way, make sure everything, the tandems up in a few. Make sure you got a mud flap, it's all properly mounted and everything's not bent, you know, it's not stuck underneath the tire or anything like that. When you get back here, see lights, you get these. And then you can see like this light right here, it's got 3 LEDs out.
Yeah.
It's an older trailer. Make sure your license plate, make sure that light is working. That's actually a DOT thing too. People don't think about it. Don't think about it. So you want to check the trailer, make sure it doesn't have anything inside of it. What the fuck is that? That's a... That's a busted E-track bar. There's no E-tracks in this trailer. This was on the dock. I guarantee when they got done, they just threw it in there because they didn't want it on the dock anymore. What are we going to do with it? Nothing. This trailer's going to the yard in Salt Lake anyways. So, what I was going to point out, I just see this shit all the time. I didn't talk about it. You shoot for the reefer, that's where the airflow comes in. So you want to make sure that's all intact all the way down. Look at the walls and stuff like that. Look at the floor. You see there's garbage up there. You got some wood from the pallets. They unloaded it. It's just a little messy, but no big deal. I'm not going to worry about this trailer too much because we're taking it to the yard. They're going to check everything out there and then they'll put it in the shop to fix it. I'm flat. Got a fucking flat. I already saw the bead when I walked over here.
Yeah.
Fuck. Now we got a fucking flat. Great. Anyway, that's pretty much checking out a trailer. We got a flat, we got to call that in. If it were me, because I don't want to waste a lot of time, I'm just saying.
Right, yeah.
I'm not going to do it. I'm going to call breakdown, see what they want to do. But, because we're not loaded.
Right.
It's on the rim. I mean, it's not a big deal, but if it were me and I knew I was just going to Salt Lake, I'd run it down there because
It's only 40 miles.
yeah, they're just going to fix it there. That tire's not under pressure or anything. You're not going to throw that tire. So it's like, but
we're going to do the right thing.
safety is going to prevail. Now, the thing is, old school trucking,
Right.
they would run that shit. I don't give a fuck. You know, like, they don't want the bill.
Right.
You know, you better run that shit. You ain't fucking wait for no tire guy to show up. Bring that shit to the yard. You know. So nowadays, safety, which you know I get. It's cool.
Right.
I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying. So, that's pretty much checking out a trailer. How you like that shit? After I fueled, what was that? The day before?
Yeah.
That's when we fueled in Virginia.
Yeah, the fuel cap came off.
Fuel cap popped back off. Got to our next stop, saw those fuel all over the place. Shit! Alright, so that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Still filming?
Yeah.
22 minutes for all this shit.
Yeah.
Anywho.
It's not bad for all that.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. We got to call in the tire now and see what they want us to do. They may tell us to bring it to the yard. Who knows? So. Alright. Good times. Oh, guess I can turn this piece of shit back off. It's going to the yard anyways. Who gives a shit? Booyah. So, yeah, I gotta get a hold of fucking dispatch now. Alright, so that's it. Good times. We're out, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, it's alright. Oi!
Damn it.
So we got this shipbox trailer. We goddamn fucking sun, dude. I want to live in Seattle. We waited a few minutes. Some air kind of got back into the tire, so should be alright. Looks like it's actually. My concern was the tire was totally off the bead, so I was afraid air was just going to come out around it. You know, a flat tire, the little auto inflators, yeah, they will fill it back up, but that tire was totally off the bead, man. It was. Looks like it'll be alright though. Fuck it. We're just going down to the yard anyways. I ain't waiting around 2 hours for a tire guy. Fuck that.
Right, yeah. The yard's 30 miles away.
Yeah, yard's a half hour away. We'll just go over there. So, anyway, we're hooked up. We're good.
Yep.
She did her back job with 17 pull-ups.
Hey, doesn't matter. It's in there pretty.
It's in there all purty and straight.
And I didn't hit anything.
Good job. Good job. Good job. So as per request from some people, we put a trailer in the hole, show you how to unhook and hook up to a trailer, and you got to see some of the shit you get to deal with sometimes, that you find junk in the trailer that doesn't even belong there.
Right, yeah.
That one E-track load bar, it's like, and it was even broke. It didn't even have the E-tracks on it. So it's just going to be scrap, you know, it's going to be shit they throw away. And a tire was flat. You know, that shit happens all the time. Or when you pick it up, the reefer doesn't work right, or something like that has a malfunction, or whatever. Stuff you got to deal with every day. All the time. All the time. So. Anyway, I guess that's about it.
Yep.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right.
Hi.
I